The scientific name for our drug is cannabis. Cannabis has many street and slang names such as weed, pot, grass, reefer, dope, Mary Jane, hash, boom, and broccoli. The effects of weed can vary from person to person, along with the distinct strains and types of weed can produce many different effects. As a result, weed can be classified as a depressant, stimulant, or hallucinogen. Also, under the Controlled Substances Act, weed is considered a Schedule I drug. Most prehistoric cultures didn't grow the plant to get a high, but as a herbal medicine. That started in Asia around 500 BC. The history of marijuana cultivation in the U.S. dates all the way back to the early colonists who grew marijuana for textiles and rope.
The main active ingredient in cannabis is known as THC. It gives a user a feeling of euphoria, or known as a high. In many different strains of cannabis, you can find different levels of THC, which can give a user a higher level of euphoria or sometimes a lower level of euphoria. There are various ways to administer weed into your system, including vaporizers, hand pipes, water pipes, rolling paper. Rolling papers are like joints, blunts. You can have homemade, something called a grab or a gravity bong. You can drink it, you can eat it, liquid is ingestible, oil, stuff like that. When THC hits brain cells, it causes them to release dopamine, a feel-good brain chemical. This is a part of the brain reward system, which makes you feel good when you do things that ensure the survival of yourself and your offspring. When overexcited by drugs, the reward system creates feelings of euphoria, or known as the high that people get. Not everyone who uses marijuana can become dependent, but it's more common in long-term users and smokers. They've become dependent on the high marijuana gives them. It's like a mental addiction. They just want to get high again, and that's why it's sometimes known as a gateway drug.
Long-term use of marijuana to the body. Long-term use is decline in IQ up to 8 points. Poor school performance and higher chance of dropping out, impaired thinking and ability to learn and perform complex tasks, lower life satisfaction, addiction, potential development of opiate abuse, relationship problems, intimate partner violence, antisocial behavior, including stealing, money or lying, financial difficulties, increased welfare dependence, and greater chance of being unemployed and not getting a good job. Withdrawal symptoms of marijuana use. Withdrawal symptoms include irritability, anger, aggression, restlessness, depression, anxiety, stomach pain, decreased appetite, weight loss, tremor, sweating, drug craving, and difficulty sleeping. Marijuana is illegal or legal in different states depending on where you live. In Los Angeles, California, weed is medically and recreationally legal to use, but in Georgia, it is completely illegal everywhere except in Atlanta, where it has been decriminalized. Punishment for possession of marijuana. Federal drug laws classify marijuana as a Schedule I drug. A first possession offense of any measurable amount carries misdemeanors of imprisonment for up to 1 year and a minimum of $1,000 fine. The penalty increases to a felony for a second possession offense. If someone possesses marijuana in order to sell it to other criminal reasons, the penalties become much harsher, including possible mandatory prison time and forfeiture of property of money.
And another cool thing our group has is a nonprofit organization. This organization is called DDDGH. Don't do drugs, give hugs.